All on my Johnson. That's probably wild crazy, y'all. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy FRE, $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. We are live here in Times Square, New York City, man. I told you guys this year gonna be different, man. We're doing a lot more lives. We're doing the walking videos. And right now, just to let you know where we live from, this is where we live from. Let me flip around for you guys real quick. We live from New York City, y'all. It's a beautiful day out here. It's not summertime yet. Most of the time, I want to do one of these at night too, so I probably will get one of these at night, maybe this weekend, I don't know. But I was out here filming Walk With Me during the day, New York. During the day. Let me see if I can do an angle. See, I don't want nobody to kick it over, so I'm gonna put it right here. Give me a second. I gotta fix the. There we go. I was here during the day. Hopefully the sound ain't too bad. I got on these soundproof earphones, earmuffs and stuff. Maybe you guys give me a one barks. What up? What up? What up? Good riddance. What it do? What it do? I know y'all see the background. I like this angle. I could probably. Technically, I could probably turn around and face the other way, but I would have my legs looking crazy. But maybe we will, because I think the background over here is even better. Like this view right here. Hold up. Let me see one more time. This view right here is even better. But I don't really know outside of like being in an awkward position, hoping that nobody kicks the camera over. If I could do like this right here. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can zoom out. I want to try to see if I can zoom out. So. Nope. That is the lower. That's the further zoom. Give me a second, y'all. Again, y'all. I like these little. Eventually, I think I might start bringing the microphone. I don't know. I might start bringing the microphone because it's like the only time we can probably like get a chance to chill and like look at the city. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Hopefully it's better now. Let me see what you guys think. Let me hear what you think. Audio and video is great. Oh, that's awesome, yo. That is awesome. So yeah, again, I think it's gonna be a lot more of these. Maybe come and chill with you guys and talk. Like a lot of the times, I'm editing during the middle of the day. So like this time where like a lot of people at work, you know, I do work full time, but I move so fast that I get off at a certain time where I'm able to come here like 3 o'clock every day while my son's in school and aftercare, getting his extra homework help, getting his play on, running around, and I can just come kick with you guys. And I really like this little thing right here. The thing that works out is if I find parking in Newark. Because I found parking in Newark that was free today. Was free for 4 hours, so I could only be here till like 4:30. Then I gotta leave. Probably like only be here like 4 o'clock, and then I gotta leave because my parking I was only from 1 to 5 is 4 hours, so I gotta leave here at 4 because it might take like an hour to get back. Also, the issue with trying to do this at night is that you're not gonna get this much space. It's always like, especially on a warm day, it's not gonna be this much space where I can actually position myself like this, y'all. But hold on, let me fix this real quick. Live chat. All right. Nah, but this looks super dope, yo. I'm looking at it now. This looks super dope. Oh man. I mean, it's supposed to rain a little bit later. I know y'all can't see my face that well, but y'all can see this background. I like this angle a lot better. There's a couple people here. I'd show y'all, but it didn't involve me moving the camera and stuff. But hold on a second. I actually got a YouTube meeting now that this kind of creative session. Oh, it's all women. Okay, I don't have to be in there. As y'all see, this year I'm doing a lot more YouTube events. I got one that I think I'm definitely gonna be invited to in Jersey City coming up. I'm trying to get to one that's in New York again, and I'm trying to fly to 2. I didn't even put in the day today. I gotta probably call my manager to see if I could squeeze that in because I want to go to Atlanta because they got a YouTube meetup at Atlanta that they didn't invite me for last time. But it's on the Tuesday, which makes it extremely difficult because I can't just leave from the weekend. I gotta actually like go down there Monday, maybe stay for a day. It's crazy, but we'll figure it out. Hey, yo, you from New York? Hey, Sir Poppy, what up, man? Now I'm from New Jersey, man. I'm here in New York City, just vibing out. Hey, yo, QB Plasma Reflection, what's going on, man? Make sure y'all check out QB Plasma Reflection channel. Y'all gonna hear a lot of that because police and stuff. But y'all make sure you go check out QB Plasma Reflection channel. I forgot where I seen QB at recently. Oh, Tijuana. I think I was watching a QB video when he was in Tijuana recently, and that was dope. I still haven't been. It's not really like a spot that I really want to go to, but I may. Again, like the only spot that I have left that I really want to go to before I retire, like in 8 years, is like not retire from YouTube, retire from my job, but is probably Thailand, because I've been, just came back from Africa, been to France, been to Europe, been all the places. It's like I don't really have any. I have a bunch of stuff that I'm cool with putting on my itinerary once I retire. I just want to travel leisurely, but as of right now, some kind of type want to get content on, it's gonna be Thailand. But I'm thinking 2026. It ain't gonna be this year. I'm thinking 2026 because I'm still trying to lock in this, selling my property in Miami Beach and getting the condo in Colombia to secure the retirement. But yeah, beautiful view, y'all. Let me show you guys some more. I don't want to keep moving it because when I keep it straight, it's alright. But when I move it, they get a little bit wild. 1 second. I try to move it slow so you guys can see a little bit better. All right, let's get back. Woo. I don't want to put it too far out, but I gotta. There we go. There we go. I don't want to get too far out because gotta make sure I see like this. There we go. But it's a nice little vibe here today, y'all. It's a nice breeze. Pimp City, what up, man? Jersey, say up. What's going on, man? Chat disconnected. Please wait till we try to connect. Okay? Give me a second. It's actually let me move back a little bit. It's actually I'm actually also hold up. I'm also actually filming a walk with me. I was just walking for an hour. I'm gonna take like the next little 30-minute break. Probably walk for another hour and then leave at 4. The thing is that when I do these walk with me's, like sometimes I'm able to get it all in one swoop and I get the content that I think is going to be good. But other times I have to film, like I film for like 2 hours and I might only use 30 minutes in the 2 hours, at least 30 minutes. If I film for 2 hours, I might only use 30 minutes in the 2 hours because only 30 minutes might have been like the intriguing, engaging content that I think I would want to see on a walking video, or I would think other people want to see on a walking video. Of course, I always have a last decision for what I'm going to put out, what I'm not going to put out, but I try to say, hey, if I was watching this on somebody else's channel, what would I want to see? I would want to see like a lot of interactions. I would want to see like a lot of different people from different places, and I want to see like a lot of different like sites. Although this is usually the best viewpoint. And also, like one thing, I guess I just came from Coney Island, right? And I did a walk with me, and I realized when I was editing the video that when the Osmo Pocket is live, like right now, like you guys can see me live, you see background live, it doesn't film in 4K, which I knew, but sometimes the 1080p doesn't come out as good. So when I try to go back and use 1080p clips, let's say something happened during the 1080p clip, and I try to go back and use the 1080p clip, it don't look like matchable with the 4K. And it's a clear difference. So that means I gotta put it at the end of the video for people who just want to see it versus people who want to appreciate the clarity of the 4K video. So yeah, that's a little tough. That's a little tough because you can't. I mean, I don't just stop it live to do the video, but it is what it is. If you guys got any questions, you can hit me up. We just right now we're just resting. We're just resting for a little bit, and then after I finish resting for a little bit, I'll do some more walking. I wanted to get a little bit more crowded here because when I first got here, it wasn't that crowded, but now it's almost in that rush hour scene, so it should get a lot more crowded here. Hey, salute Boy, I'm out here in the Fiji Islands. Okay. Justin Holmes, man, it's got to be like peace and tranquility out there, right? It's like nothing but like people in yoga outfits walking around, right? That sounds something dope. That's something that I would do. It's something I would definitely have to take a date or something. But I would do just chilling in the Fijis. We appreciate that, Mike Brown. Stay safe. Justin Holmes says, do more American content. I got a lot. This year I will be doing more content in the United States because I plan on staying internationally for longer versus like just going multiple places. So I will have more content from the United States. Yeah, I already have a lot of content. I got Houston, LA, Philly, of course Miami. I got like 100 and some episodes of Miami South Beach, my condo down here. I got a lot of South Carolina. I said Atlanta, right? Yeah, I probably said Atlanta. I got a lot of different places on my other channel, but again, I do plan on doing a couple more places this year. I'm trying to see if I can get I'm trying to wait to see if I can get the creator invite to Chicago for the Chicago YouTube thing. But let's see how that goes. They had one in Anchorage, Alaska, but I'm not trying to hit the cold. And the other one I'm trying to get, like I said, Atlanta. So Atlanta and Chicago are the only creators, except for the one in New York and the one in Jersey City. It's the only two that I'm really trying to get to. Hold on a second. The beach is the most beautiful it's ever been. It's crazy. I brought my Colombian girl with me. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. The Justin Holmes, that is very smart. Sometimes they used to say, yo, don't bring sand to the beach, right? But if your sand is better, you might want to bring it to the beach. I mean, so, I get it. I definitely get it. Don Dada, what's up, man? When's my next trip? Oh, I got a call. Hold on. Philadelphia. It might have messed up because I got a call, but I should have put this on Do Not Disturb. Give me a second. Hopefully it's not messed up too much. All right, so before I tell you, if the sound is messed up, if that sound ever gets messed up or the picture gets messed up, just put 2 in the room. All right, so my next trip is to Cali, Colombia, and that's going to be in August. Now, if I do, of course, things would change. The only way things change is one, if I decide to go to Puerto Rico for a weekend, and that's only because Puerto Rico's price flight to go to Puerto Rico is only about like, give or take $300 plus a $200 Airbnb plus $500 spending money. So that's not too bad. But other than that, yes, the next week will be August in Cali, Colombia, and I'll be there for almost 2 weeks. I'm going for Petronio Alvarez Music Festival again. That's something I've been going to for the last 3 years almost, I think. I'll be going from like the 11th of August to the 22nd of August. So it's not completely 2 weeks, but the last time I went for a week. The time before that I went for 3 days. So I'm just staying longer and longer as I go so I can get more used to the community. 2:42. So we can chill for a little bit more longer, and then this is just like the perfect thing, So that'll be my next trip. So I want to see the other ones. I don't want to block the whole site for you guys. Y'all understand my lace. I wish I could use this GoPro. Let me use this I gotta figure out how to use this Osmo on on Instagram, man, because this be coming out super clear and widescreen versus like just the up and down. See the crowds coming already. Check it out. I feel like I should got a pillow or like something that's just moving over. Let's see if we got. Trying to help her get a picture because I got an amazing spot. What's on your mind, y'all? What's on your mind? We're just chilling right now. I would play some music, but we're not on Instagram, so I don't want to get the YouTube all jammed up. Let me see if I can see how this looks. Pause? What? I don't know why it paused on this. Who's playing? I got it. No, it's got a screen. I was just trying to check it out. So we back. One second. Let me just got it. Trying to get an angle so you guys can see the whole city without me having to put my knee all the way down and trip somebody up. They're busy.
Yeah, India.
Hey, man, Twitch, what up, man? What's going on? Y'all still in Brazil? No, you're in Cartagena, right? Y'all still in Cartagena? That yacht trip was crazy, y'all. I was watching International story, and International was a wild boy out there, man. Y'all was out there living. It's crazy that we can't put. I mean, I'm happy that you guys, y'all found a way to work through it, the situation. But it's crazy that there's so much stuff that is not really like adult or not really like very, very vulgar or nothing, but you can't put it on because some of them clips, it wasn't even that bad, but I could understand why I wouldn't put it on. But some of them clips wasn't even that bad. But once they put you in that scope, once YouTube put you in that scope, you got it's a long way out of that scope. So I understand. But y'all definitely had a wild time out there. Molly, what was going on? Salute. Yeah, we here in New York City, y'all. We're in Times Square right now. As I said, it's getting more crowded. I'm not going to be able to stay in this position for that much longer because, between after work and after school, you see a mad rush, and I got to be back on the train by 4. And I still do need to walk around a little bit, but I got some time. But let me see. Justin Holmes said, "Yeah, you got to bring sand to the beach in Fiji. It's all couples on my plane. They were making out. The trip was sucked with me going alone, so I linked up with my Medellin. Yeah, it's kind of like I feel like not only would I want to bring sand to the beach in like Fiji, but I would want to bring sand to the beach that's like open to doing other stuff because like just in case we come by a single John, then I might want to partake of two. But yeah, she gotta be super cool. That's what a lot of people don't understand. I've been trying to tell people a lot. A lot of people they like when they go after a woman, they go after the looks. They never go for the personality, or they rarely, I said, go for the personality and how fun they are to be around. Then all you get is a video with me sitting next to a woman, most likely that doesn't speak my language, or I can't speak the language with, and we just sitting there, and she's just a mannequin. Oh. Let's get it. Your kid literally just grabbed the live, y'all. Hold on, I'll be back, y'all. So it's like let me see if I'm still alive. Give me a second. I know it's probably better now. Just two hands on the Osmo, $1,000 Osmo. All right, so you get like you get what you end up getting is to me something that doesn't feel like authentic and it doesn't feel like engaging. So that whenever I try to pick a woman that I'm gonna have with me on camera, I want her to be like fun to be around. I want her to be jovial. I want her to be like entertaining. I want her to be able to talk, because like it's even more boring when you got a woman that just does nothing but just sit there and look pretty. You want her to be able to talk. You want her to have conversation. You want her to be, somewhat intellectual. So that's what I try to do. But I think because of that, people will go and have a different experience in places, because if you don't have a woman that has that strong positive energy and all she has is looks, it looks good on camera, but it's boring. Well, for me, listen to me, my perspective, it's boring, and that's not really what I want to portray when I go places. Somebody said, Molly, what's up, man? Z1 says, would I go back to Africa? Yes, I would go back. I do plan on going back to Africa when I retire. I may go to Ghana, return to Ghana not before the Philippines. I mean, not before Thailand, but I may return to Ghana before I go back to Africa. I mean, before I want to, because my daughter is going down there to live while she goes to cosmetology school. She's going to cosmetology school down in Ghana. It's less money. She has other family members down there, and it can give her more of a worldly, understanding of what things is. She can start her own business down there. It's less expensive, and then by the time she comes back to the United States, she'll understand how to run a business and how to run a cosmetology business without the cost of learning business in the United States, which could be extraordinarily higher than any place in the world. I think that's a dope thing. Her mother and her came up with it. I approved of it. I mean, I definitely approve of it. And I might go down there just to make sure she's settled in, because I know a little bit of the area now, but I still got connects out there. So that would be the only reason I go to Africa any sooner than before I retire. Give me a second, y'all. We gotta read your comments. All right. Mentuition. We in Miami now. We'll be back to CTG Zoom. The yacht party was crazy. Yo, if y'all haven't already, go check out Mentuition. Y'all check out the YouTube channel. Definitely check out the YouTube channel. But also, what you want to do is you want to go check out their. I think they got a Patreon or something else where they got the real content on. Maybe hit them up on Instagram or something, because they got some. From what I seen on Instagram, at least in the close friends list, boy, they got some content, boy, from that yacht party, boy. Again, like I said, so and there's nothing wrong. Again, some people like women that are just the most attractive women, but some people like women who are somewhat attractive but have the energy and the vibe. And I'm one of the people that like women that have energy and vibe, because I don't want to just be sitting next to a pretty woman and she has no. Even if I speak the same language, she has no energy. She has no charisma. She has no intelligence. It's like, why? Let me see. My Medellin chick is down for things. She's very excited. She's never been outside of Latin America. Sophie Joe, dog. That's one thing I started liking doing a lot. I started to like bringing a woman who's never experienced something to a place where she could experience it for the first time. In Cali, Colombia, I'm actually doing that. I met a cool woman who was my videographer when I went to Medellin. She was like, I gave her a little spread. It was nothing like that, but it could be. But it was nothing like that. I gave her some bread to video me, and it was difficult for the Colombian women in Medellin in Parquilleras to get mad at her because she was Colombian and she's black. So the fact that they wasn't getting mad. Like if I was just recording, they'd have got all upset at me. But because she was there, a black Colombian woman, they didn't really want to approach her on that. But it was super dope. And then and so she's never been to Petronio Alvarez Music Festival. So I'm going to fly her down from Medellin to Petronio for like 3 days, not the whole time I'm there, but like for 3 days, so that she can get the experience, she can record with me, and instead of you seeing me behind the camera, you're actually going to see me in front of the camera for at least a couple days in Petronio Alvarez, which it's going to be something I'm getting accustomed to, trying something new, because I don't really, yes, you see me like in front of the camera like this sometimes, but it's rare that I have somebody else using my camera to film me, because I think it's certain angles you got to get, it's certain skills, but again, she had got some good angles when I was in Medellin. I said, hey, give her a first experience and get some new different content. Why not? Hollywood Talks, what's going on, man? Let me see. I always bring Sam to the beach. Your girl gets jealous and starts competing for you more. I guess it's cool to have women that get jealous, but I just like when a woman's just like more open to just experience. Like the one that's going to be filming for me is 1,000% cool with me bringing other women and going and doing activities with other women while she records, which is I'm not paying her, but I am paying for her flight and her accommodations in Cali, Colombia. But other than that, I'm not really paying her for services. So it's a win-win basically. I think it is. But I guess I understand that the concept of having a woman jealous because it makes you feel a little bit better. But me, I don't really want that energy, because jealousy could turn into making a great situation bad, and I don't really want that. Let me see. Do Kenya dope? I have seen a lot of creators do Kenya, and it seems cool. But again, it wasn't on my itinerary before retirement. Mind you, I'm 40. I plan on retiring at like 48. The only reason why I haven't retired yet is because my son lives with me, and he's still in 3rd grade. So I don't want to retire until he's at least a senior, because I won't leave the country until he's 18, and whether he's going to college, whether he's going to work, and I know leave the country for like a long period of time, like I want to, like a month or a year or something. A month or a couple months, something like that. But before then, I still want to get my place in Colombia, in Barranquilla. But we'll see. We'll see, y'all. 1 second, y'all. But now Kenya definitely look cool from what I've seen. I actually haven't really seen. Okay. So the way I record, I haven't seen anybody really show Kenya like the way I show Ghana. I think a lot of people are, and there's nothing wrong with it, it's just a different style of creation. I think a lot of people, what they end up doing is they focus on what looks the best, what's going to get the most clicks, likes, comments, and they don't really show you what the culture or what the country really is. So you'll see like a lot of parties, and I like parties, but if I'm just going to parties in a country, it's not going to show you how the people are. If it's only me in the video, it's not going to show you the interactions, as far as, or if it's just me with girls at parties where you can't really hear the background, it's not going to show you how it really is to be in that country. And I don't think anyone that I've seen thus far in Kenya or pretty much anywhere in Africa, except for some women, really get into the content where, I'm going to spend the whole day with this woman. We're going to go here, we're going to go here, we're going to go here. She's going to teach me about her language. She's going to show me her friends, her family. She's going to do a 20-minute interview where she talks about her life, and we can get to understand Kenya, or understand Ghana, or understand South Africa, or understand Tanzania, or understand something through the eyes of someone else. I think that's what makes my video so much different, because it's inclusive of the culture that I go. And I try to, eu hablo español, eu falo português, falo francês. It doesn't really matter where I go. If I'm not the greatest in the language, I'm still going to be able to interact with the people, because I think that really gives you something different than with like a colonizer, with somebody that would be just trying to show you the fun activities. But again, I think all content is needed. I do think all content is needed, but I haven't seen anybody. Maybe I gotta look again. I haven't seen anybody in Kenya do that, and I think that is what would get me to like want to go to Kenya maybe before I retire. But like, I've seen it in Thailand, I've seen it in Brazil, I've seen it in and I did it in Colombia. I've seen it in all these places, but in Africa not so much. It's my opinion. Let's see. Flava was crazy since I brought my girl. Oh, okay, what's up? What's your biggest frustration? Hold on. Today one girl hit on my girl. Yeah. That's how it works, man. When women see you with women, they want you. That's just a normal trait, something like that. Z1 says, what's your biggest frustration with traveling? I don't really have any frustrations with traveling. I think a lot of people have frustrations with traveling, but it's not normally based on the travel. It's based on the experience they have because they're traveling with a lack of funds. And there's nothing wrong with traveling on a budget. I think that's awesome. Travel any way you can, however you can, whenever you can. But your experience on a budget is going to be completely different than my experience not on a real budget. Your experience when you know the language is going to be a lot different. So for me, I don't have any frustrations because even if I'm in a place where I don't know the language, like when I was in Dubai, or Abu Dhabi, but I don't know the language, charisma goes a long way. Just kind body gestures go a long way. And when you tip and you spend money in somebody's business, that goes a long way also. But when you're trying to nickel and dime, people are going to look at you in a different way as you travel because they're like, yo, you came here to take video in my establishment, you ain't bought nothing. You came here to walk around and show off our city, but you're not bringing any benefit to it as far as like monetarily or maybe putting somebody else on from that city. Like you can go, for example, when you see me talk about Medellin, first thing I did, I put on the Venezuelan cook. The Venezuelan cook got a lot of money from everybody. She calls me all the time, she texts me all the time, oh my God, thank you so much. I've had like 30 people this week who wanted me to cook because they see me on your video. Or the driver in Cali, Colombia. You see, oh my God, yo, I've had like 100 people that came to Cali and they all said that they need me to drive because you showed me. Like that's stuff that even if you don't have the money, you can contribute to that society's growth. And I think a lot of people get frustrated because they're not willing to give anything and they just go to the countries and take. So I don't get frustrated because I give. So that's just my opinion. Let me see. Money, what's up? Money job, what's up, man? Hey, Money, that was you grilling up in that backyard, man? I seen you you had the fish on there, you had the ribs on there, you was grilling. I ain't see no barbecue sauce, but I mean, the ribs did look kind of dry. But maybe because it was on the Instagram. Let me see. Frank, what up? Any last minute recommendations for someone going to Haku? Is it safe at night? Yes. All right. So here, the way Haku Beach, Costa Rica is set up is kind of like a Vegas Strip. If you've ever been, kind of like New York City, Times Square. It's kind of like that, where everything is literally on one street in one area, right? And it's very difficult to get in a situation. I mean, unless you got a camera like up in the girl's face like that, or in a club, or like Cocal. But it's very difficult to have a situation like maybe pickpocketing. I doubt it, but maybe because everything there is so conducive to tourism at nighttime and daytime too. So I don't see anything going on as far as safety. Now, as far as what last minute recommendations, I would definitely say on the way back, stay in San Jose your last night before your flight. Don't stay in Haku your last night before your flight, because if you got to go to Haku Beach, Costa Rica in the morning, it may be a 2-hour ride or maybe a 3-hour ride depending on traffic or what day you leave. So I would definitely say don't stay in Haku and then think you're going to leave from Haku to catch your flight at 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning the next morning. It's most likely not going to work out for you. Something's going to come up. Another thing is that a lot of people say exchange the currency. I think in San Jose you would want to exchange the currency to colones, but in Haku you could just use dollars for everything, or use your credit card, not a debit card. Use your credit card for everything, and Like, that's how they got fast food restaurants. They got everything. Everything is tap pay now. Like I said, there's certain countries I've been to now, everything's all tap pay. So you really don't. I would say bring one debit card, keep it in your room. Bring one credit card. Take the credit card out. Don't take the debit card out, but have at least the debit card. At least the credit card or something, so you can tap it with your phone. So you're not just bringing your credit card in and out. You might lose it. So just tap with your phone. Boop, boop. That's another thing I would say. And the last thing I would say would I can't see too loud was make sure you bring some protection, because down there you ain't gonna find nothing for us. Just say it like that. Let me see. Okay, money. I was getting kind of nervous. I was like, them ribs look kind of dry, but I guess if it was jerk chicken, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. Let me see. Sunday Night Smoke. What up? Salute. As y'all see, we still in New York City, man. We'll go another 8 minutes, and then I'm gonna walk around a little bit more. Well, no, we'll go to 3:30, because I think I only gotta walk around for 30 more minutes if it gets a lot more crowded. So just bear with me, y'all. Y'all not gonna see my face as much, but y'all hear me, because I had to switch positions, because as an old guy, my body ain't really taking this sitting down with my leg stretched out too much. Let me see. Whew. They starting to close stuff off, as you can see. Let me show y'all, guys. Let me pick you up real quick. Hold up. Let me show y'all. They starting to close stuff off because they know it's about to be a lot of traffic, a lot of walking around, a lot of people coming. Days where I can get it like this, because normally Tuesdays I get off a little bit later, so I might get off like at 2 o'clock. And getting down here 2 o'clock, it's like, I don't know. Sheesh. And I thought it was gonna rain. I don't know why. When I woke up, I thought it was gonna rain like at like 2 or 3 o'clock. But it's so far so good. As long as it doesn't rain before 4. Even if it does now, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Let me see your comments. When you decide to retire, do you have a list of places you're considering? How would you find the lifestyle with no work, passive income? I'm Frank. You might be a little bit new, Frank. So as you know, I'm 40. I've been working since I was 14 years old. Surprisingly, when I looked at my Social Security, it was like it really counted since 14. Because I wasn't getting taxed at 14, because they don't tax you. But for some reason, I think it started counting. I was making money since 14, and all you got to do is work 10 years to be able to get Social Security. But you won't get that until you're 62 at the earliest. And I don't plan on waiting 67. I plan on sticking to 62. However, around how was I? 20 years old, I was working at FedEx, and one of the older guys who had to be like 60 something was like, "Yo, are you gonna just work for the rest of your life, or you gonna do something? You gotta make some investments." And I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "Well, if you ain't gonna do nothing, just put some money in your 401k, right?" So I end up putting like let me give y'all a better view while I tell y'all the story. Hold on a second. I'm gonna give y'all a better view while I tell you the story. All right, hold up. So all right, there you go. So let me put up a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, so I end up putting like I put like 6% of my check into my 401k, and then my job matches 6%. Now, I had no plans of what I was gonna do with it, but for like from 20 to about 32, I just let it sit. I took it out once I realized you could borrow it. I took it out once to pay off all my credit card debt, and then I paid it back, and so it built up faster. And then by the time I was 32, I had tried to get a raise at my job twice, and it was like, nah, we don't do individual raises. And I was like, all right, I remember what the guy said, you got to invest. And, I said, you know what, let me go get me a property, right? So I went and got me a duplex. Duplex meaning a house where you can live, two people can live in it, like 2 families can live in a duplex, right? So on the first floor, I lived on the first floor. I rented the second floor, and I had a friend who was roommating with me in my other place. who wanted to live in the basement because the basement was furnished. So I let my friend live in the basement. I lived on the first floor, and I rented out the second floor. So basically, the basement and the basement and the second floor were not only paying the mortgage, but giving me a little money in my pocket. So everything I was working 2 jobs. I was working at Toys R Us and I was still working at FedEx. And basically everything I made was going to me putting back into the 401k and me going and traveling. As y'all see, I've been on YouTube since 2009. I've been traveling since like 2000, since I was like 18. So 2002. So after I did that, like a year later, I realized this thing called a HELOC. A HELOC is a home equity line of credit where you can actually, if your property is worth more than what you owe on it, you can take the money out. So I took the money out of my house, like 20-something thousand, right? And I had some extra money, and I went and bought another crib. And I brought this crib back in Newark because I'm from Newark. The first crib was in West Orange. And then I did the same thing. It was a 2-family house, but this 2-family house had 3 floors and I made a furnished basement because I fixed it up. So now I lived on the top on the 3rd floor. I rented out the 2nd floor, the 1st floor, and the basement. And then that's when I really had like a lot more income coming in. So that's when I started traveling a lot more, going internationally a lot more, buying cars, buying all this stuff. And then I realized, recently, one of my tenants had left. They had divorced. So I had 2 tenants. It was like a married couple, right? Really good. But I had let them pay rent when it was so inexpensive right before the pandemic, because I needed tenants real fast. And because rent was so cheap, it kept them together, which is crazy. It kept them together because the rent was so cheap that if they would have split up, they'd both be paying more rent singly anywhere else. So it kind of kept them together. But after 6 years, they decided they can't be together anymore, and they left. So instead of getting new tenants, I just moved down into my 2nd floor, and then I just rented my 3rd floor to my other friend, for $400 a month, and then the 1st floor in the basement still rented out. So when I do retire, and when I'm 48, 49, whatever my son finishes high school, I'll be just living off my passive income. Because remember, I have the other house which now has 1, 2, 3 tenants in it. I got the condo. I didn't even tell you, I put the condo in Miami Beach like 2020 during the pandemic because everybody was scared to be in a unit around a bunch of people. So because everybody was scared to be around a bunch of people, when I went to go buy the condo was like $167,000 I bought it for, and now it's worth like $240. So that's what I'm trying to sell now. But so when I do retire, hopefully I'll have sold the Miami property by then. If not, I still have a tenant rent in there, and the tenant, I get like $400 off the Miami property alone per month. But if I don't sell it, I'll just be getting $400 a month consistently. But if I do sell it, then I buy the place in Colombia, completely cash out, pay off the debt that I have. I do have some credit card debt, and then back to the question: how am I going to get the income? I'm going to be receiving rental income from all my units, as well as I'm not going to be paying mortgage because I'm going to pay off the property in Colombia. So that's pretty much how I'm going to be able to retire at 48. But
are we okay?
Like I said, I think for me, like the funny thing is I'm in New York. My son's mother lives in New York. And my son goes with his mother on the weekends and during the holidays and summertime. So I know it's not like once my son is old enough, he'll be able to go to New York if I'm not in the country, or he'll be able to go to his grandmother's house, or he'll be able to go to one of his aunt's house who all live closer to where I live. So that's just my plan. I know I talked for a long time, but I didn't want to.
This Instagram, but this was his invention, and I was the one who.
Sound is in and out. Damn, my fault, y'all.
Okay, and we tried to do a Kickstarter.
Hey, I didn't even look at I was talking, so I didn't even look at hold on a second. I didn't even look at the chat. Give me a second, y'all.
I was helping him. So
hopefully it came back in. Let me see.
We were trying to sell it on Kickstarter.
It says excellent condition. I don't know.
It's
hopefully it sounds not in and out anymore, y'all. Unable to connect to the chat. Let me try something else. If y'all still watching, I'm going to try to connect to my chat from my page. I'm back, y'all. Hold up. right, I'm gonna hold it back. All right.
We actually had orders, but it
All
wasn't-
right, so let me see.
But see,
Yeah, Justin. Justin. I'm gonna show that with that comment, Justin, because that is very important. That is very important, Justin. All right, let me see what I left off at, y'all. We still, if y'all just joining the room, we are down here in
I don't know how to explain it.
we're down here in Times Square. Y'all just joining the live.
Sometimes his
Give me a second. I gotta turn this down.
are higher. It's not realistic.
Let me see. Mr. D, what up? What up? Salute. Piff City sounds in and out. Hopefully it sounds better now.
Felt like I wanted to
Flyboy, I was able to retire at 45 years old. Been working for 30 years. The last 20 years, it was corporate. I made a smart investment. Got out early. Yeah, Justin Holmes. That's the thing. Like, again, I chose to have kids. I still do want 2 more kids internationally. But I think
the thing is,
a lot of people nowadays, a lot of guys, some women too, are deciding not to go the kid route, which makes it a lot easier to retire at a younger age and retire at in another place internationally. But once you do have kids in the United States, for me, because I feel like you got to be in your kids' lives if you want to make sure they don't mess up when you're going. For me, the retirement is not a money thing anymore. It hasn't been a money thing for like 5 years. It's more of a I got to be here to show my kids you can work 25 years and retire, just in case they're not entrepreneurs. Because not all kids are gonna be entrepreneurs. Like I can't, especially in this economy where houses are so expensive. Like I think real estate was like the last way that you could buy, that you could like. Real estate is, to me, the last way you can get wealthy in the United States. And right now, it has a very difficult entry point into real estate because credit, cost. So I don't know if my kids will be able to do what I did when they're my age. But I want to show them that, hey, yo, I worked 25 years and retired. So if you can't go that route, you can go this route so you can give them options. Because the last thing I want to do is be telling my kids to do something I ain't do myself. And they be like, but Dad, you didn't go that way. And then I got to explain to them, well, because Ronnie did it or Jacob did it or somebody else did it, and I can't show them I did it myself. So yeah, that's just how, because that's how I think. That's how I think.
I'll tell you that
But
much.
let me see. Frank says, damn, sounds great. Men are waking up, clocking out. Many men are looking to be expats, dating coaches. It is the dating culture for a lot of guys. For a lot of guys, but it's also the quality of life. And the quality of life is, check this out. If I go to the store right here, right? Man, I need a store. Let's go to the hot dog vendor. If I want a hot dog, that junk costs like $7 for one hot dog, right? Just a hot dog and a bun. If you want like extra toppings, it's probably like $10, right?
So I'm not like saying it should have been this.
Do you know how far $10 goes in the majority of countries that you can think of? It's outside of Europe and France and Dubai or Saudi Arabia. Dubai, Saudi Arabia is so expensive. $10 is going to go a long way. It's going to go a way longer way than buying a hot dog from a not even. Now we're not talking in the store. We're talking about from a food truck. So again, that I think people waking up. Of course, man. Well, I think people is just waking up and say, "Hey, yo, if I could go over here and do this," but the biggest issue is that I think passive income is becoming harder to get. So it's not going to be as easy as it once was. And if there are some remote jobs that you could work at, but it's going to be a limited amount of remote jobs that you can do that as well. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the next generation to come. So I want to make sure, like I said, each of my kids got a house. When I pass away, each of my kids got a house, so they ain't gotta feel like they gotta go to work on the hamster wheel every day. Because man, it's gonna be nasty in a while. Let me see. Christopher Gaston, what's up, man? How do you get to the member videos? Shucks. I got it. All right, so you got to type in www.youtube.com/@theflyboyway/join JOIN, because I don't put the tag on the things so people can get to it, but it's got to be something. But if it isn't just Instagram, I'll send you the link so you can join. But I only created it because they deleted my million view Black Man's Guide to World Travel, Cartagena, and I was cautious because I didn't want them to apply the illogical statements I thought to the rest of the videos under that guide. And then sometimes there are some videos now, like if I do lives about something, I want to be dead on. I have to at least put a little barrier behind, because not because I want to, because I don't like doing that, but because maybe the woman says, okay, you know what, we could do this, we had this conversation, but can you put it in a membership so that everybody can see it? I'm like, sure, I don't mind. And that's how that goes sometimes. So just hit me up on Instagram, I'll send it to you. And I watched you become, you are one of the few that looks long term. You speak money, investment, and fun lifestyle. Balance is dudes getting massive debts. I mean, you gotta understand this. I think that everybody has the right to tell their story and live the life they want. A lot of people want to live a life but don't want to deal with the consequences that come with it. And I don't think that's a reality that ever works out in anybody's favor. So I would never tell anybody, yo, you shouldn't live that way, you shouldn't do that, this is the right way, because I don't think there's a right or wrong way. But I think in life, if you want to get the most bang for your buck, you got to have some kind of balance, some kind of equilibrium where look, I'm sitting here talking to y'all, right? It's a dope view.
Do you want to see it?
It's the middle of the day. Most people either just getting off work, and I've been here for like 3 hours. But I still do work, and this is still work right here. So it kind of balances out the availability to sit and just chill on this beautiful day out in New York City in Times Square and talk to y'all. So it's like balance, man. I think the key to life is balance. And I think a lot of people,
if you know what to do with it,
they let their emotions keep them off balance. And the longer you're off balance, the harder it's to get back to balance. I'm telling you, it's gonna sound good. The longer your life is off balance, the harder it is, the more difficult it is rather, to get back on balance, because now you have to retrack everything you did to get back to where you was before you can even grow to a better state. But again, it's just like lessons, man. Some people learn from their mistakes. Some people learn from other people's mistakes. So it just depends.
But it's big.
Yeah, you're going about it different. I appreciate that. Troy, what up, my G? Goals. I mean, it's definitely something goals. Like I said, I think, some people will see this and come off and say it comes off as bragging, but I try to tell people all the time, the difference between bragging and inspiring is showing the route that you went to get to where you're at. Like if I just say, yo, I'm a millionaire, I'm living in New Jersey, I'm living in Miami, look at all these girls, look at all the cars, and I never show you how to get there, then I'll just be bragging. Well, when I talk to you each day and show you guys a different life, then it's more of an inspiration. And trust me, I got it next time. My ass is hurting and shit. I'm sorry. I'm trying to curse his kids around. I want to see the complete tour of Dollar Tree and Walmart.
But it's long, very long.
I don't know. See, because when I do walking tours, they usually got to be at least 30. You got to be at least 8 minutes and 8.5 minutes. When you try to film in like Walmart, it's legalities that you can't. When you're outside, you're in public domain. You can film freely. But in Walmart and restaurants, it's legalities that you may get jammed up with, especially on YouTube. So I mean, it's not like a TikTok where you can get that off all the time. But no, so I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. Hey, Travelmatic, what up? Salute. Travelmatic, I just watched a video the other. Where was you at, Travelmatic? I just watched. Make sure you go check out Travelmatic. I just watched this video the other day. I'm trying to remember when he was at. I want to say he was in Puerto Rico, but it was another video I watched after. I don't know. I might be going to Puerto Rico too this year. It really depends. It really depends. I got some days off in May and at the end of April. But I don't know. It depends. If YouTube sends me to this Chicago Creative Collective, then I might not go to Puerto Rico. So we'll see. I appreciate Jake Castillo. All right, we got 30 minutes. I got to stretch out a little bit. Y'all. Hold on a second. No, I'm telling you. One thing that parents may never tell you is when you get 40, stuff start feeling crazy for no reason. Like you sit down too long and your back feel crazy, or keep your leg out and your legs feel crazy, and you go to the doctor and everything's okay, and they be like, bro, you're just getting old. So y'all gotta bear with me if y'all can't see me because I gotta stretch.
And I don't know what to do with that. Oh, exactly. the idea was that it can expand. So you can hold many credit cards. That was the idea.
I think the people don't know.
I'm telling you, I already read this, okay? I didn't think it was gonna be that big. But he was excited about it, and I admit, I like how it was cool. It was kind of nice. Huh?
How much the people need pay for that?
I don't even remember. I forgot, Miguel. How much should we charge for it?
See, where you can make it.
Let me see if it's still on Kickstarter.
Alright, try to do this a little bit longer for y'all. Oh, man.
See, this was our thing.
Alright, let me see.
That was our project. That was our website.
Flyboy, did you ever go to Panama City, Panama? Swears by it.
No, but we spent
Panama.
more money, way more money.
Panama swears by it. I went to
our
Panama
video.
City
We did this
2 times. I went 3 times, but one time I stayed in the airport. I liked it, but I really would have to go
My
back
wallet.
and really go more downtown. By the
That was
or
us
by the
working on it.
pier area, I think it's. But to really give you before I start speaking on it. But I would definitely go to Panama. It's not like a far place. I guess it's just something I gotta go see. I would do it again. But when I go, I don't know, because like I said,
See the video?
I don't know if you guys ever seen the video I got with oh my God, I can't believe I forgot his name. I forgot. I can't think of it right now. I just did a video with Lorella's. And I know why I forgot, because he don't be on his channel anymore. But I just with the Panamanian, I'm gonna get his name later. But I did a video with oh my God.
It's a version.
I'm sorry, it's on the tip of my mind. I just can't.
What is
It
the
expands.
Branjour. I just did a video with Branjour from around the world. Branjour from around the world is Panamanian. And he was telling me so much about Panama, different locations, different areas, where to move and all that stuff. He was like, he got a house down there. He was telling me if I would go down there, I could stay at this place. I would go to Panama, but I would try to get more information from Branjour from around the world. But he's not on his YouTube channel anymore really. But yeah. Travel Squad, what's going on, man? Yo, listen, Travel Squad. Hey, Travel Squad, you was in the Army, so I know for a fact you know about them leg cramps and stuff, man. Man, listen, and getting to a certain age where your body just don't operate the same way, man. And you definitely older than me. Would I ever do Lima, Peru, or Ecuador? You know, one of my close friends I've known for like 20-something years. My contractor, he's Ecuadorian. Actually, his mother and father actually live in one of my houses. So yeah, would I go? I don't know. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't go. I just don't have the ambitions to want to go. Like, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't go to to Lima, Peru, or Ecuador, but I just don't have the ambitions to go. It's not like I haven't. Like, a lot of times, once I went to the places that I decided to go outside of Thailand, I started looking on YouTube to say, hey, what kind of experiences based on other people's videos would I want to like have in these locations? And when I see other people's videos in Peru or Ecuador, or I would say Panama, but I just seen this guy DCP videos in Panama, and yeah, I might, but a lot of times I just don't see anything that makes me want to go for other people's videos. That's just how that goes. But maybe I would never say no. I can't see it right now.
Okay, what did you think? See?
I thought I was gonna be able to get some. It's about to be 4 o'clock. I gotta head back to the Jersey, and it's starting to get a little bit packed. So you guys got any last minute questions? I'll give you like 10 minutes or 9 minutes actually to 45.
You like the wallet?
Because it's gonna take me 15 minutes to walk back to about 15 minutes to walk back to the PATH train. And let me put this charger on here because I want to make sure I got some juice. I want to make sure I got the juice.
Yes. But
1 second, y'all.
we were doing it at home. And I think part of it was hopefully we could raise enough money.
All right, there we
Maybe
go.
could,
I got some juice now.
hire someone else to do something. But it was never gonna raise. I didn't think it was gonna raise that much.
Yo, now this, I ain't gonna lie,
It
bro.
was never gonna be.
This clarity, bro.
Material is
This
not-
junk look
like, to
good,
me,
man.
I'm not even a business.
I really want to try this at night,
I have
y'all.
no business background.
The
And I
the
already
biggest
knew,
issue
like,
is just
it's too
the
expensive.
space.
Material is too expensive.
I don't think you had the space to do this at night,
Too much
man.
effort.
And
It wasn't
it'll
gonna
definitely
work.
have to be on the weekend too because
then I
they know my
thought,
son live with me, so
Maybe it'll work.
I ain't gonna be able to do that during the week.
You never know. Support.
Again, you got 8 minutes. Any last minute questions, y'all? Before we roll out? Before I roll out? Because I'm gonna end the live here. I'm not gonna walk with the live because I want to record in 4K. But any last minute questions, y'all?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's
Oh yeah, again, y'all. Shout out to Boats for giving me these free headphones, yo. These headphones be legit, yo. I mean, it really cancels out a lot of sound, and it appears to make, even though it has no microphone on it, it appears to make the sound clear on the live videos. So shout out to these Boats. I think they're
I
ultra
already knew it, but I was
comfort.
still hoping to help. Because he had drinks.
Something headphones. They're like $300, but they got like
But then
a code or something.
it's also bad
If I get home
because
and I'm able to look at this live again, I'll put like the code in the description or something, or I'll try to have it pop up so you guys can see it if you are interested in it. Right here, these bad boys. A lot of the times when I'm
Yeah,
doing
but
my walks,
he was.
I'm just listening to music because if you don't, people walk up to you to ask you. Of course, there's somebody that
And
knows.
so
Like
that's
shout out to AB from the other day. If it's somebody that know the channel, I'm gonna take the earphones off. I speak to him. But a lot of times people try to sell you stuff, or they try to like take a picture of you and bring you the picture up. But when you got earphones on, even if you don't have music on it, it won't bother you. So it's easier to walk with the camera filming, and I'm listening to my own music. I was listening to some
He gets too committed to
like
an idea.
Jay-Z and Dipset and all New York.
Sometimes it's
I'll
unrealistic.
probably listen to it when I get back.
Sometimes he thinks of things, but I just don't see it. You know what I mean?
But we're definitely ending this live at 45 on the dot, so we can get back.
I'm terrible.
No.
Like I'm telling you.
I think it's important. This is just Bob.
This is dope view, yo. I'm just sitting here looking at the view with y'all.
I say you are okay. Corey is okay too because it's something he wanna do.
Right. Don't get me wrong. I'm telling you this.
And you see everybody with the
I am
DJI.
not
Now,
mad.
this has got to be like the number one
Because I
vlogging
said
camera
yes.
for now, y'all.
Okay. So even if I know it's unrealistic, I
We got
already
the
know
sound
that,
though,
but I
I'm sure.
still said yes. So I only have.
He got the earpiece. The thing I don't like about the microphone though
So
is
I'm
just
not saying this. I'm not saying that Corey's no. I'm just saying that our ideas. Well, he has a very different
Hey,
time.
215 salute.
You know,
Again, y'all.
I'm
I
very
definitely plan. I hope. I'll say I plan to get to Philly and do some video content from Philly before the end of the summer. Yo, aside from the Roost picnic, because it was too late for me to get the Roost tickets because I wasn't paying $800 for some tickets for a 2-day event in Philly last minute. So if you know 215 of any major events in Philly, basketball games, something on the weekend, like just send me a message on Instagram or put it in the comments because I definitely want to get to Philly by the end of summer on the weekend because I don't have content. Philly was like actually the first place. If you go back 16 years ago when I started putting content on YouTube, Philly was one of the first places I was lit, and I knew this chick. Shout out to the Dom Diva. Who had a pink Mustang, and we was riding around Philly in a pink Mustang, y'all, drop top Mustang. So and that was like 16 years ago, yo. But yeah, I haven't been to Philly since, y'all. That's a have. I've been to South Street, but I haven't recorded. I haven't. Concerts. That's crazy. That's crazy. My brother be in Philly all the time, yo. But yeah, if you hear anything in Philly, man, 4 minutes, y'all. 4 minutes. Coming back.
Who's worse, the person doing it without knowing, or the person doing it knowing? And maybe I'm worse because I know, right? But in my mind, I made that option because if I take the other option, okay, have you heard of
I feel like I take a screenshot of this, but I'm gonna have to take a screenshot. Hopefully this comes out super clear because that'll probably be my screenshot for Times Square.
I'm a dream crusher.
I don't know.
That's what he calls me. So I
don't really know. I'll fix something.
I'm not blaming him. Again, I have to make a choice, and that's my choice is to just you know what I mean? And but also I'm worse because I already
For
know.
example, I say, okay, my opinion is no. But if you wanna go in, I want.
Yeah, Mr. D, I'm booked for Petronio. I'm 90% booked for Petronio.
So-
When I say I'm 90% booked, oh bubbles. When I say I'm 90% booked, my flight is booked, my Airbnb is booked, but my Airbnb is only booked like the 19th. I don't know if I want to stay at the same Airbnb after Petronio is over, or if I want to get a least expensive Airbnb. I really haven't figured it out yet, but yeah, as far as Petronio, I'm 90%, 95%
For
booked.
some reason, I don't really understand. Like I don't know why.
Yo, Abu, what's up, man? Abu Dhabi, what up?
Sometimes he sees me.
You gotta send me a Instagram message, or you can just go to www.youtube.com/@the @Flyboy Way /join JOIN. But again, I don't like because I don't want people. It's not like I don't want to promote.
You know what
I don't.
And you know,
I'm not advertising
even
my
bad.
membership.
I feel like
It's
like-
only there because it's stuff I gotta put behind it because I don't want YouTube to
But
beat the
he
channel.
kind of shuts
And you know, sometimes the women feel more comfortable doing stuff behind the things. But that's why I don't have like a sticker you can click to go to my membership. But just hit me up on Instagram. I'll send you the link, or I'll put the link in the description after this is over in 2 minutes. I'll put the link in the description.
And this is a big problem. And now I'm
Big Gans might pull up the Patreon. Okay. Like I said, I want people to see. I want so many different people to see Colombia from a different perspective than Medellin, because it feels like all the time, and there's nothing wrong. I like Medellin, I really do. It's one of the best places for partying on a regular. But the biggest issue is that every time something goes wrong in Medellin, people say Colombia is bad. They say, oh, but it happens other places. But it doesn't happen as much as it does in Medellin, and they consistently say Medellin is Colombia, but it's not. So when people, as other people from, you know, other content creators go to Colombia, they go to Barranquilla, they go to Cali, they go to Cali, they go to Santa Marta, they start seeing, oh, wait, maybe we can stop saying like Colombia and just say, oh, Medellin is a little tough right now for some people. And do research. But, that's about it. But all right, y'all, I appreciate y'all for joining me on this live. We're about to go end this live and get back to the Jersey. It's your boy FRE, $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.